Hello everybody, and welcome to another Avatar draft here on the channel. If you enjoy the video, remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. Our rare is Zuko Conflicted. So this is not one of my favorite cards in the set. In fact, it's one I don't really prioritize at all very much because Black-Red's not a deck that I want to try and force myself into for a card of this caliber. It's a 2/3, and then at the beginning of your first main phase, you get a variety of options, but eventually you give him to your opponent, so if you can't sacrifice him or win the game before that happens, all the value you've gotten your opponent starts to get, and it's not my favorite card as a result. I think that Fire Sages is a much better first pick. Just a nice aggressive 2-drop, gets firebending rolling so you can get some synergy with that. Cast your instants for cheaper, all of the good stuff that you can do with firebending. So I like Fire Sages a decent amount. Sokka's Haiku, pretty slow, but if you're building a slow deck, it can sometimes be a card you play a copy of and don't really mind. So that's kind of my thoughts on that one. I don't mind War Balloon either, pretty reasonable creature, but I like starting with 2-drops rather than 3-drops because there's a lot of powerful 3-drops. And if you have to play something like Borcupine, that's not the end of the world. I also do like Toph the Blind Bandit. That would be a reasonable option as well if I was not taking Fire Sages. So, following up Fire Sages, sticking to black is, not red. Sticking to red to go with the Fire Sages is pretty reasonable. I think that Tiger Dillo is a fine card in like red-green specifically, where you have other cards that care about getting to 4 power and plenty of 4-powered creatures to support it. It also does kind of want to be in an aggressive deck because you want to be able to just be like, okay, I play a 4-powered creature and attack you with my Tiger Dillo. You don't want to have to rely on this thing blocking because then your opponent just kills your other 4-powered creature and all of a sudden you lose 2 blockers from 1 removal spell. Fire Sages doesn't necessarily go in the same deck as Tiger Dillo. I'd rather already be red-green before I play this card, generally speaking. I think Hama the Bloodbender is pretty good. Blue-red's a deck I don't mind playing. Black-red, not my favorite, but blue-red's totally fine. And then there's also Path to Redemption, which I think I'll take here. White is one of my favorite colors. This is a solid removal spell in white. And red-white is also a deck that goes pretty well with both cards. So that's going to be my logic for making this pick. Also, triple blue or triple black is kind of hard to do sometimes. So totally solid start here. Now, pick 3, we have the classic option. There's the powerful White Lotus reinforcements. White-green is a deck that I really like, and it's just a good card. But it does require me to go both colors. Whereas Path to Redemption, I could take a second copy of this, keep my options open to playing red-white still. Could still play white-green, but keeping my options open. There's not another green card that I love in the pack. Leaves from the Vine is okay in some decks, especially if you care about filling the graveyard a bit, but that's not most green decks. And then Foggy Swamp Vinebender can do stuff occasionally, but I think it's mostly between Path to Redemption number 2 and White Lotus Reinforcements. I'm going to keep my options open and take the Path to Redemption. I don't feel the need to commit to white-green specifically, especially because I could still be abandoning. There's a bunch of combinations I could play. Now there's Suki, Kyoshi Warrior. This plays really well with the Path to Redemptions I've gotten, because when you have removal spells, it lets you attack with the Suki. Maybe they won't even have a blocker for that 1/1 that you made. There's also Airbending Lesson, which is another really powerful white card. Keep in mind that this can just be like a normal white card. You don't have to play it specifically in white-green. Badger Mole is also a good good green card. First Time Flyer is pretty solid. I think it's mostly between Airbending Lesson and Suki Kyoshi Warrior, and which one I'd rather take. I've found Suki to be pretty good, but it does feel bad when you play Suki and then your opponent like Path to Redemption's it. So it's not without its flaws. I think I'm just going to take Airbending Lesson here. I've been pretty impressed by it. But white-green is potentially looking open. Now there's Gather the White Lotus. We're currently set up to be a heavy white deck. Not sure we'd want to play mono white, but this is still solid. There's also a couple green cards, Rocky Rebuke, Walltop Sentries, and Avatar Enthusiasts. We could speculate on Gather the White Lotus, or we could just take Rocky Rebuke. I find that I get like baited into taking Gather the White Lotus, and then it's like not the greatest card in my deck a lot of the time. Like I might just rather have Rocky Rebuke. I guess we'll try the Gather the White Lotus, though. It can certainly do some work. And now there's a Firebending Lesson. Love this removal spell. It's looking like white-red is potentially open. So that's nice. There's Razor Rings to stay white, but I think I'd rather get Firebending Lesson. This card is incredible. There's also Deadly Precision for black. Avatar Enthusiast is really good with Gather the White Lotus, but I think we're in good shape here. Now there's Cunning Maneuver, pretty solid card for a red-white deck. Good with Fire Sages. I don't love Rabaru Troop. There is also Deadly Precision. Maybe we just take this because we could still just be white-black. Yeah, let's do that. White-black can do some good work. Now there's Yu-Yan Archers. Not really trying to play Kyoshi Island Plaza or Earth Village Ruffians, but Yu-Yan Archers is good for the white-red deck I'm building. Nice aggressive 2-drop. We wield Porcupine. We also wield Rocky Rebuke and Omashu City. Let's take the Rocky Rebuke, give myself an avenue into green in case that's super open. We don't have a ton of non-creatures. We have 6 non-creatures for the Porcupine, actually. There's a War Balloon as well. Let's just take Rocky Rebuke. I think green has seemed relatively open. We got Tiger Dillo back. Interesting. We could try to make that work. We could also just take Porcupine. Maybe we make Porcupine work a little bit easier than we make the Tiger Dillo work. Quenchia, sometimes playable. We kind of have avenues into every color combo. Wow, we wield Badger Mole. Green did seem somewhat open. Maybe white was the color that wasn't open. We have the 2 paths to redemptions, but not really a great reason to be white other than that. Red-green maybe we should have ended up in. I think Hunter Tank is better than the Beetle-Headed Merchants. Yeah, Gather the White Lotus is never a pick I end up happy with. I wish I had another Rocky Rebuke here. So red and green seemed the most open, but we did open Suki Courageous Rescuer, which is an incredible white card. We could just get all the white cards we need pack 2. Also happens to be good with Gather the White Lotus. There's Invasion Submersible, which is great, but we only have 1 blue card. I think our best bet is trying to play white-green and maybe white-red. Suki's just going to be great for us. Now there's Lightning Strike, Glider Kids, and Fire Nation attacks. Very interesting. We could just take Glider Kids because it's white, and we don't know whether we want to pair it with green or red yet. I don't love Appa. It's just so expensive. Like getting a 6-drop down and then having the ability to untap and start getting value is pretty difficult. Let's just take the Lightning Strike, I think. Cheap interaction. Glider Kids is very tempting, though. I do want to play white. You know what? I'm still choosing my second color. I'm just going to take the Glider Kids. I do like that card a decent amount. Now there's Iroh Grand Lotus. This card's fantastic. I feel like I could have done some serious work with this card if I had not been so deep into white. Maybe made some mistakes along that direction. It's super good with Lost Days. There's another path to redemption. I'm just going to take the Fire Sage, just get my aggressive red-white deck going, I think. And hope for the best. Now there's another Airbending Lesson. There is a Firebending Lesson. Let's just take the Firebending Lesson. Abandon Attachments is the only card I can cast here. I have some regrets, that's for sure. But I do think my deck has good cards in it. There's Street Top Freedom Fighters. I mean, my blue deck would have been a lot better at this point, but that's okay. Also Earth Kingdom Soldier. Maybe I just take the Earth Kingdom Soldier. Get myself another white card. Southern Air Temple. This is a yikes. Fire Nation Cadets or Air Nomad. I don't think we're going to be able to make that one work. We have 4 lessons, so honestly, Fire Nation Cadets seems pretty solid here. Such a late Ostrich Horse. Just wheeling invasion submersibles? What's happening? I'll take it, I guess. I'm not going to take these other cards. Invasion submersibles messed up. White was not open this draft. I got baited in by the Suki. Yeah. We'll still end up with a playable deck, though. Oh, and we wheeled Fire Nation attacks. That's going to be pretty good. I mean, Suki is still a messed up card. Our creature count's getting up there. 8, 9, 10. Suki's really good with these cards. Porcupine's pretty solid here. We have 4 lessons to go with the Fire Nation Cadets. Good interaction. Wow, such a late loss days. Man, we're just getting a lot of randomly playable blue cards late. But we only need to get 7 cards from pack 3. And so if we open something good, get past something good, we could be in great shape here. Beautiful. Jet Freedom Fighter is amazing for our deck. It's just going to do a lot of damage. We have a good number of creatures. We have a lot of cards to make multiple creatures. I think Jet's going to be great. Maybe we could even wheel the Musicians. So, happy to get the Jet. There's Avatar Enthusiasts. There's also Kyoshi Battle Fan, which I like. I don't think we need the Crescent Island Temple. I don't think it's very good. Our ally count is at 3, so we're not really going to try to play the Avatar Enthusiast. Let's just get another 2-drop. Zhang is great for us, though. Zhang copying Firebending Lesson or Airbending Lesson or even Abandoned Attachments is great. I wouldn't mind Porcupine either in this deck. Wouldn't mind Water Tribe Captain to go with all our token makers. So far, so good in this pack. I'm glad we took Path to Redemption over the white-green card. I think it's working out for us pretty well. Okay, this buffs up our allies. We really want combat tricks here, so getting Yip Yip seems pretty good. This just protects our allies. We have a few more allies now. We have 4 allies, but mostly just random things like Fire Sages. Giving them +2/+2 is not the best, but we need some combat tricks, I think. And it's another lesson for Zhang. Now we can take Airbending Lesson over Gather the White Lotus #2. I don't even know if we're playing... I don't think we really want Gather the White Lotus #1 that much. An Airbending Lesson's great. Copying it with Zhang is still tempting. We'll probably play this one, but like we're going to have like a slightly heavy... We might even have only 9 planes in the deck. We get Path to Redemption now. #3. So we have a lot of removal. Kind of just need more creatures, but that's okay. Enter the Avatar state, potentially playable. Yu Yan Archers is a huge gift. I can't believe there's still Beifong Bounty Hunters in this pack. These cards are crazy. Beifong, I guess. They're so good. But yeah, that gets us our 5th 2-drop. So that's nice. Mongoose Lizard, sure. Very scrappy deck we've got here. I think we'll bias towards planes so we can cast this Suki a little easier. Creature count's a little higher than it looks, but I guess we'll take this guy. I don't think he's very good, though. He's our only 4-drop, though. Late Badger Mole. We're just taking uncommons to fill the vault quicker. Or just help collect the set. Okay. I'm going to play the Abandoned Attachments. Wow, Village Ruffians, sure. So I think this deck is okay. Our colors are slightly... Probably going to cut a red card, most likely. So we're going to go up this... Help make the Gather the White Lotus and Suki a little easier to cast. Enter the Avatar state doesn't seem that good. It's okay with Yuyan archers, though. Let's cut enter the Avatar state. My lesson count is still 6. I could still even cut another lesson. I'm going to keep the yip in. I'm going to try the Fire Nation Raider. I don't think he's very good, though. Maybe I should just cut him. Yeah, let's just cut the Fire Nation Raider. Yeah, okay. This is going to be the deck. We're going to make the artwork Jet, I guess. Or maybe let's make it Suki, because Suki's awesome. Okay. Well, not the greatest draft I've ever done, but we'll see how it does. And maybe it is the greatest. You have to play the games for a reason. As we get into the games, I want to shout out the NicolaiBolas Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you're enjoying my videos and you'd like to support my mission to make draft accessible for everyone while gaining access to cool bonuses like my card-by-card tier list and format document, then Patreon is the place to go. Huge shout out to those who support at the credits level. It makes a tremendous difference. Okay. We're going to keep this one. This is a excellent hand. Fire Nation Cadets into Fire Sages, into Airbending Lesson, Abandoned Attachments, probably. Sure. Or maybe just into the Suki. Okay, they're playing 3 colors right off the bat. I don't really want to airbend any of their stuff. Let's just play Suki for now. Sure. They're shuffling Suki away. That's unfortunate. Ooh, we drew Suki again. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Nicely done, deck. Now I can play Suki, attack both. Bummer. Okay, 2 cards to 2, 3 cards to 1 card. My card's useless though. But Fire Nation Cadets is a real threat now. Ooh, that's a good draw. 2, 3. Not sure what that point of that was. I was planning on doing that potentially anyway. And now I get 2 2-1s because it's the thing left, and I get the 1 from the other guy. I guess I should have played this so I could pump for 1. Okay. Oh, that's a pretty good card. Okay, let's Keep up the pressure here. So if I pump this 3 times, so let's just pump it once so I can kill their flyer. And then I hit them for 5. And I get a 2-1. Which is certainly relevant. So I could pump up Suki. I could pump up Fire Nation Cadets. Yeah, that's better. Okay, Fire Nation Cadets it is. Boom! Got the win. That was clutch. Redrawing the Suki was quite good there. Nice. This is one of those decks where it kind of shows that the power of your deck is just based on the strategy. Like, the cards just aren't crazy individually, generally speaking, except for Suki being really good. But they just enact a game plan, and that game plan can beat a lot of decks. And I think my opponent really dropped the ball a little bit trying to use that Lost Days that way. They didn't realize I could use the mana during combat. So that's always... Sometimes you make misplays, and sometimes you need to recognize that your opponent's also going to make misplays. On the draw, this is an easy keep. We've got Porcupine. Gather the White Lotus might do something at some point. Or we'll discard it. Earthen Ally, sure. We'll go Fire Sages. Red, green, okay. That card's gonna have to die, I think. Okay, so we want to get that plains going. So we could have access to 4 mana this turn, but we can't use it really that well. We're going to go to end our turn. We can Airbending Lesson of South Pole Voyager in response to their second ally coming into play. We'll deny the card draw and such. So we're going to play Porcupine and Fire Nation Cadets now, I think. I feel confident I can win the race, so I don't really care if they attack me. They get the card draw, bummer. Hard to stop that sometimes. So I could take 7 here. do a bit of a mid-ground there. Definitely don't want to make that trade. I have 2 firebending lessons, so maybe I should have done that differently. Oh well. I think we're going to lose this game. South Pole Voyager is quite good. Okay. I think I'm just trying to top deck an answer to this, like another path to redemption. Oh, we're super dead. Yep. Ugh, that game would have been very different if I'd drawn a firebending lesson. I think I would have been able to win. That 2-drop was too scary. Maybe I should have just ignored it, you know, and just used my removal spell on the other guy. Hope they don't have enough allies to trigger it. That's probably what I should have done. I just get... It's like a default mode to just try to stop your opponent from getting value that you just acquire over time playing limited. But it really didn't work out that time. Okay, we'll keep this. Like, if we draw an firebending lesson in that game to kill that 2-drop, I think we win that easily. We used airbending lesson on that. Oh my gosh, super bad. I played that game pretty poorly, I think, in retrospect, but we'll learn from it. Don't over-index on the things. Sometimes they're going to get value. You just have to be able to win the game yourself using your own tools. Definitely worth playing this rather than holding it up for Borcupine. What are they up to, I wonder? But yeah, this card's really strong. So if they play a lesson now to make this a 2-3, that's pretty good for them. But I've got some tricks of my own up my sleeve. Secret tunnel, okay. Oh, they're playing more than 2 colors. They're deciding whether to attack, and that's an interesting choice. I'm going to keep this battle fan on this guy, even though I could equip it and still cast Firebending Lesson. Mostly because I want to make sure that if they kill the Borcupine, I have a second threat available. Ang. Oh no. Quite good. They whiffed. That's huge for me. Here comes my Jet, Freedom Fighter. Jet takes down Aang. Now my Firebending Lessons can kill pretty much whatever I want. Hakoda, very good card. Firebending Lesson can take it down. They might have Octopus form. I can't attack anyway because in response to the... I should have done this on upkeep. Whoops. If they play an ally from the top of their library, I get punished here. Oh, they're tapping their blue mana. Badger Mole, okay. I don't really care about the Secret Tunnel hitting me for 2 a turn. I'm going to kill the Badger Mole with my second Firebending Lesson. Sure. Oh, it's just creatures. I thought it was allies for some reason. Nice. So Jet puts 2 counters. Glider Kids is good. They're holding up double green instead of 1 blue. Oh, they have Iroh. Interesting, okay. I suspect that's going to be very good for me. Oh, that's great. Okay, so, what do we do here? We want a Path to Redemption something, maybe? This is already a lethal attacker. So they have 4, 6, 8. Let's just use this on their Glider Kids. I guess they weren't ever going to be able to double block the Porcupine. Okay. So I can Airbending Lesson my own Kyoshi Battle Fan if I want. Or my own Porcupine. Boom! Got the win. Let's go. This is sort of deck where if I get 5 wins, I'll be like, yep, that's about what I expected. If I get 6 or 7, more power to me, of course. Maybe this isn't even a 17-land deck. Maybe I should be playing 16 lands. I should probably cut the Gather the White Lotus. I don't think that card's crazy good or anything. Yu Yan Archer is going to really salvage this hand a lot. So we'll abandon attachments. Ooh, Porcupine's great here. I'm a big fan of the Porcupine in this deck. I think the card's just solid in general. Ditch Mountain number 3. Yu Yan Archer's a pretty good 2-drop. Just helps you find the cards you want in your draw. Do they have 2 mana? Can make a couple 1/1s? No. Okay. Okie doke. I think we do offer the trade. Because this will grow. But I will play the Porcupine over just Firebending Lesson here. Because Path to Redemption, I don't mind doing that on an Avatar Enthusiasts. I would obviously love to just Firebending Lesson it. if I'd been on the play and they'd played this as their 3-drop, I would just decimate them, but... Let's be mana efficient here. Get rid of this guy for now. I feel like they probably have a pump spell of some kind. Sure. Like, if I'd gone for Firebending Lesson against that guy, that would have been quite poor for me. Would I rather use Firebending Lesson to keep Yugan archers alive? I don't think so. They just get to get the upper at hand in that exchange. I'm going to keep Firebending Lesson up in case I can Firebending something. I mean, I might not even want to discard my land to that because I might want to just be able to guarantee the 5 mana kill something. Okay. Hang the last Airbender. I'm just going to save my Firebending Lesson so I can get the extra counter. Nice. So there's Yip Yip, which is +2/+2 for Aang. There's Avatar State. Could have done this on upkeep. I considered it. I did consider it. The reason I didn't want to do it on upkeep was because I was afraid of them having like Airbending Lesson or something. Oh, this is bad. Do we try to find another removal spell for this guy? Probably. Actually, you know, we'll have 2 blockers for him. We have 2 blockers for Master Piandao. Oh, Hakoda. Using all my Firebending Lessons has not worked out very well here. This has Vigilance. Oh. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him. Oh, they find Boomy Unleash. Well, that's a bummer. They don't have red mana yet, though. So we're going to abandon attachments. Ditch this. Suki is a fantastic draw. Okay, and our Earth Kingdom soldier is still around. We don't have any more abandoned attachments, so we might as well play the land. Next turn we can sack this, get a couple of 1/1s. If they find a mountain, that's kind of bad for us, but that's also potentially bad, but we can kill that. 2 wall top sentries, okay. So we could go for the kill on the Hakoda. Glider Staff. Oh no. We're in trouble now. We are in so much trouble. Yep, we did our best. They drew good stuff down the stretch. They have a good deck. Yeah, we're super dead. Okay. So we attack. We can play Jet to kill the Hakoda. We'll trade an Earth Kingdom Soldier for a Wall Top Sentries. So we get our 2-1 out of the deal. Kill Hakoda. You might be like, why not kill Master Piandao? And it's because they can always choose to save the Master Piandao by sacrificing Hakoda, so we just get rid of their option. It would be super close if I had one more answer for Master Piandao. Honestly, the glider thing is really messing me up too. They're at 15. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 11, 15 points of damage in play. Unfortunately, we won't be able to answer this in time. That's how it goes sometimes, though. They got a good deck. Okay. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We were so close. If we'd attacked with, like they have their airbending lesson, so we would never actually win. But we were pretty close. Yeah, okay. They got me. They have the flyer. Close one, for sure. We're still at 2 wins. Let's get that third one. Get our victory. Honestly, let's see. We actually have a decent number of ways to discard things. I'm just going to cut Gather the White Lotus. I don't think it's very good. I'm going to cut our extra land. I'm going to add an extra combat trick and the Fire Nation Raider. I think that'll be better, honestly. And should give us a little bit more gas, and we shouldn't have to worry as much about the Gather the White Lotus. I don't think it's very good in our deck. We have like one way that rewards us for going wide, and we have 9 planes in our deck, and we have plenty of ways to discard extra lands in the late game. So, yeah, it's a challenge. Okie doke. Let's get the victory. Opening hand is good. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. Earth Kingdom Soldier is a card that I have been fairly pleased with as a curve topper. If we draw some removal, we'll be very thrilled. This kind of start on the play is why you play red-white. 1 removal spell, and we're in real good shape. And that's the removal spell that we looked for. We're going to get rid of the Earth Kingdom Soldier. Could be punished for it, but we can scry into a different top-end card. Definitely keeping that. No attacks. They could have 2-mana deal 4. Like, what are they keeping in their hand if they're not playing that card? Rowdy Snowballers, sure. think we're in okay shape here. If they have razor rings, we absolutely crushed them. Okay, they have 4 colors. Flexible waterbender. Wow. Okay. Okay. We could have pumped this guy 3 times? No, 2 times. Avatar egg, okay. So they block here. They take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 because we can triple pump it. So they have to block the Fire Nation cadets and go to 1. Do they have the answer? They have firebending lesson? You've gotta be joking me. Oh my gosh. Wow. How do they have perfect mana to do that? Oh my gosh, that's so bad for me. I'm gonna lose now. Wow. Just brutality there. If I play Fire Nation Raider, I still think I lose. I mean, I have to attack there. Because they're dead on board, pretty much, if they don't have exactly last card Firebending lesson. And it looks like they don't have Razor Rings, maybe. Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, that was bad. I can't believe it. Last card, or last mana goes to the Firebending. They're playing a colorless land in a 4-color deck. Just so brutal. Can't believe it. I mean, I should have known as soon as they blocked the Yuyan archers. But they could have just been, like, baiting me into not going for it. There's so many crazy mythics in this set. Suki, sure. Let's hope for the best here. If this was my other combat trick, I would have won. Oh my gosh. And their last guy's a flyer. Of course he is. Oh my gosh. My last hope here is that they draw nothing, and then I can enter the Avatar state to give my guy flying and hit them for the last 4 damage. That's my hope here. They can activate their land. It's a good sign for me. Suki, okay, sure. Boom! I think they might have had Razor Rings based on the way they held their man at the end. Who knows? Oh my gosh, we got the win. We had to play very tight. And I do think that I'm getting... I mean, I kind of say whatever I think, but I'm not, like, letting it, like... I mean, I would have been disappointed to lose that game, because going 2-3 is a bit sad. But I think being calm and playing to your outs is still important. Like, being like, okay, well, how am I winning this game? Well, I have to get that flyer out of the way. So, attack with my 3-1. They block. Then I'm like, okay, I have a 4-powered creature. Okay, I think I can keep this. Yuyan Archers. I have 8 white sources in the deck. This gives me a draw. I have 2 draws because I'm on the draw. Beautiful. We'll trade Yuyan Archers for Compassionate Healers. Blue-white's very good. Fortune Teller, sure. Porcupine looking real good again. Yep, looking deeply medium. Benevolent River Spirit, okay. They have Ward 2, but we can Path to Redemption it. 2 to the top. Yikes. Attack for 6, they attack me back. I kind of want to make the trade happen. Team Avatar, sure. Okay. Sure. Sure. They hit me for a bunch here. Flash this puppy in. So now they don't have a way to use the Team Avatar very effectively. And I can start sacking my Path to Exiles if need be. Especially because these guys are attacking for sure. They keep it on top, interesting. Can't use Suki. I hope this works. Get rid of the big flyer first. Okay. What do you got, opponent? You scried to the top. Oh, no. Well, we're going to play Suki. Suki gives me a huge amount of power and toughness here. Airbending lesson, sure. Boom, got the win. It's all so close, the tightest of edges. But cheap removal, pressure, big creatures, that's good enough to rank up. 4 wins. Oh my gosh. Team Avatar does a lot of damage. I think they shouldn't have traded their 1-3 with my 3-1. It was a lot of pressure, so I don't fault them completely, but not having an extra creature meant they had no more pressure. Like, because it was going to get +3/+3 if it attacked me, so it was going to hit me for 4. But it would only trade with a 3-1. And they were kind of winning the damage race at that point in time. Okay, we'll keep this. It's not my greatest hand, though. This is why you need pressure, and that is a great draw. Okay. Okay, we are going to maybe go for something risky here. We're playing in blue-white every single round here. It's kind of wild. Wow, they just go for that pre-combat. Are they not attacking? Okay. Sure. So they hit me for 6 now. I might do this, discard Fire Nation Raider. Attack. Let me discard. No, I need to enter the Avatar state to help me win this race at some point. This will be unblockable. Yep, they're using their Messenger Hawk. Another Fortune Teller, sure. Okay. This is a close game. It's going to come down to whether I can use this enter the Avatar state to swing the race in my favor. Okay. Dang. Yikes. I get rid of my clue. Interesting. I'm shocked they got rid of my clue there, honestly. So I attack with this guy, and I can attack with this guy too, but let's just keep it going like this. Play Fire Sages. I'm not really at huge risk here. Kyoshi Battle Fan, sure. It's a reasonable draw. Does embarrass my Fire Nation Raider a little bit. They must have another way to airbend. Okay, airbending lesson is good. Octopus form, sure. If I attack with everything, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7, 8. So they have okay, I gained my 4 life. If I'd played a land, I could have done 1 extra damage with Fire Nation Cadets. Boom! Got the win. I was trying to be careful around Razor Rings, but at a certain point I couldn't play around it. I could have gained 7 life with my Porcupine, but keep my 4-2 around is so much better. And just like that, up to 5 wins. I said 5 wins would be a good result with this deck. But yeah. Okay, we've got another keeper here, I think. Oh, not the greatest hand I've ever had, but not the worst hand I've ever had either. Gosh, this is a tight game format. Like, all these games have felt like a razor's edge. One wrong decision, one wrong move. What can you play around? What can you not play around? I really wish this was in person so I could see if that one opponent had Razor Rings. Because I played around it, and I'm not sure if it was correct. Okay. Green, white, eh? Okay, we're going to definitely be abandoning our attachments here. Looking for a 3-drop. Sure. So they're splashing the white, most likely. Not liking my chances right now. Drawn a lot of lands, but all good things must come to an end. There's a lot of secret tunnels running around. We faced that card a lot, especially for decks that are 3-color. Oh no. I guess we're gonna airbending lessen the Toph on their end step. Yep, Zhang. this is bad. I'm not happy with this result. It's not good for me. Oh, this is rough. Lopsy, no. Oh, that's super bad for the home team here. Oh, goodness gracious me. We'll find an answer, right? Nope. Okay. Oh no. There goes my surprise attack. I don't think I have any ways to win this game now. I just can't kill this Toph. It's so frustrating. Oh my gosh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna buff this up once and use Fire Nation attacks and hope that they attack me all out here. Okay. Suki, 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 Suki. Not quite what I wanted. So I can get another 3 mana. Yikes. Unfortunately, we were not able to get the job done. Secret Tunnel got me. Honestly, it was just Toph that got me. Let's just concede now. 5 wins. I said 5 wins would be a good result. 5 wins is what we got. Maybe I should have said something a little bit different, but there was nothing we could really do. I mean, we could have saved our removal spell. At the time, though, I mean, that was one of our worst hands, but we couldn't. We killed the ostrich horse, and then it turned out like killing that, like, we would have been under a lot of pressure, but they didn't have a removal spell. So, like, if we just played our 4/5, the ostrich horse would have been irrelevant, and we could have killed the Toph. But we would have been under a lot more pressure. So when they played like Flopsy, we would have been in much more trouble. So, yeah, when you don't have creatures, you kind of have to use your removal spells. But still, decent result. Fire Nation Raider was terrible, so that card wasn't very good. But well, I don't know if it would have been better as a gather the White Lotus there. But still, really nice, solid result with a deck that didn't really have a ton of power. We had Suki, which kind of got us into white. Suki won most of the games we played her, and the other cards were just reasonable. No other rares, but just solid red-white aggro, and that's how you can get wins sometimes in this format. That's going to do it for this one, though. I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it to the end, leave hashtag SukiWins in the comment section down below, because Suki is definitely a winner, and I'll talk to you next time.